I've spoken to you before, haven't I, on this emergency fund? But here we are today in a medical crisis, which is fast becoming a financial one. This is a special series of Money with Monika in which I will address your questions and your fears about your money as we go through this pandemic. So, what's an emergency fund? It's a stash of cash in an easy-to-use place that you build when times are good. So, what's a stash of cash? It's a pool of money. It's your investments. It's your money that you're putting away towards an incident or an event over which you have no control, which could be a job loss, a medical emergency for which you don't have insurance, or this pandemic where people are losing jobs and there is uncertainty about the future. How much do you need? About 6 months of living costs. So take your monthly expense times 6. Or if you're feeling extra insecure or you are in a sector like, say, real estate, airlines, hospitality, where we are expecting more trouble, then you would need about a year's funds kept away aside for your living costs in case there's a job loss. Where do you put it? Ideally in a place which is very safe. So when you're building it, you can look at a fixed deposit, very safe, ultra short-term debt funds with very little credit risk, or even a conservative hybrid balanced fund, which means 25% equity and the rest in debt. But remember, this is only till the time that you're building your emergency fund. When that emergency strikes, you liquidate your debt, you liquidate your conservative hybrid, and you move the money into a fixed deposit with a large scheduled commercial bank. Banks have products which with sweep in and sweep out facilities with fixed deposits. That is what you want to do because this is money that you need to live. But what happens if you don't have an emergency fund? Well, there are two situations. There's a bad one and there's a good one. Let's deal with the bad one first. What is the bad situation? That you have no income or reduced income and you also have a lot of debt on your head. It could be a home loan, it could be a car loan, it could be unpaid debt on your credit card. The first thing that you need to do is to get rid of that debt. You have to find the money. Where will you find the money? Look at your savings deposits across all the banks, break that fixed deposit, sell the gold in the form of an ETF, or if you have gold coins, bars. The non-jewelry gold part can be sold now. Look at your debt funds to redeem that. Go to your EPF corpus and take some money out of that. I normally don't want anyone touching the EPF corpus, but this is a situation when you have debt and your income is drying up, you do have a window to withdraw and to pay back that debt. Your stock and your mutual fund equity portfolio is the last product that you hit because this is a down market and this is not a good time to liquidate your equity. Now, what happens if you don't have debt, but you still have an emergency and you don't have this fund? I have just told you that gradation of what you redeem, how much, what products you have. You have to count that and you have to start liquidating your gold, your debt funds to collect the money into a fixed deposit so that you have living money in an easy to access form like your bank account. What happens next? Of course, you have no space absolutely for discretionary spends. Those go to zero. I mean, there's actually nowhere to spend on right now. You can't go shopping, you can't go for a movie, you can't buy stuff. But discretionary spends totally go out of the window. This is not a good time to take on fresh debt. So we do have a situation, there is still pain ahead, the economy will take time to recover. And for the moment, cash is your friend. How much do you need? Even people with secure jobs, you do need to keep 6 months of living costs in a good place, in a place where you can access it easily. What about my SIPs? I can hear you asking. Well, SIPs for those who don't have an emergency continue. But if you have less income or no income, you do not make investments. You stop that SIP, you stop your insurance linked to investments. But remember, your premiums for your life and your medical policies do continue. I will be taking your questions, so do write into me at moneywithmonika@livemint.com. Till next time, I wish you good health and good wealth.